Skills that are valuable in 2026. Most people think the future of money is about trends. They think it is about chasing the newest platform, the newest app, or the newest shortcut that promises fast results. But in 2026, money does not follow trends. Money follows skills, and not just any skills. It follows skills that solve real problems, create real value, and save real time for businesses and individuals. The truth is simple. Opportunities change, platforms change, algorithms change. Skills do not. In 2026, the most valuable people are not the loudest, the fastest, or the most visible. They are the ones who can do things others cannot, or who can do common things better, clearer, and more reliably. Let us start with the foundation. The first valuable skill in 2026 is problem solving. Every business exists to solve a problem. Every customer pays to remove friction from their life or their work. The people who understand problems deeply and can break them down into clear steps will always be needed. Problem solving is not about being a genius. It is about asking better questions. It is about listening carefully. It is about understanding what is actually broken, not what people think is broken. In a world full of automation and artificial intelligence, problem solvers become more valuable, not less. Because tools do not decide priorities. People do. The second critical skill in 2026 is clear communication. Communication is no longer a soft skill. It is a revenue skill. Businesses lose money every day because of unclear emails, unclear instructions, unclear expectations, and unclear messaging. The ability to explain ideas simply, write clearly, speak confidently, and remove confusion is one of the fastest ways to become valuable. Clear communication builds trust. Trust builds relationships, and relationships create income. This applies whether you are an employee, a freelancer, a consultant, or a business owner. If you can explain complex ideas in a way that makes sense, people will listen to you. And when people listen to you, they pay attention. The third skill that matters in 2026 is content creation with purpose. Content is no longer about going viral. It is about building credibility. Businesses use content to educate customers, attract attention, and build trust before any sale happens. The ability to create simple, clear, and useful content is extremely valuable. This does not mean you need to be famous. It means you need to be helpful. Writing short explanations, recording clear videos, breaking down complicated ideas, teaching instead of selling. The people who can turn knowledge into understandable content will always be in demand. The fourth major skill in 2026 is digital fluency. Digital fluency does not mean being a programmer. It means understanding how digital tools work and how to use them efficiently. This includes working with software, understanding online systems, using analytics, managing platforms, and adapting quickly to new tools. Digital fluency is about confidence. It is about not being afraid of technology. It is about learning fast and applying what you learn. People who are digitally fluent become bridges between technology and people. And bridges are always valuable. The fifth skill that will separate people in 2026 is consistency. Talent gets attention. Consistency gets results. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they stop too early. They switch directions too often. They abandon skills before they compound. In 2026, the people who win are not the ones who try everything. They are the ones who choose one direction and commit to it long enough to see progress. Consistency builds reputation. Reputation builds opportunities. Opportunities build income. The sixth valuable skill is learning how to learn. The world changes quickly. The ability to learn new skills efficiently is more important than any single skill. People who know how to study, practice, apply feedback, and improve will always stay relevant. They do not panic when things change. They adapt. Learning is no longer about degrees or certifications. It is about results. If you can learn something and apply it in the real world, you are valuable. Another overlooked but powerful skill in 2026 is emotional intelligence. This means understanding people, managing emotions, handling pressure, communicating under stress. Work is still done by humans. Decisions are still made by humans. Trust is still human. People who can work well with others, handle conflict calmly, and stay professional under pressure are rare. And rarity creates value. Now let us talk about something important. You do not need to master all of these skills. That is where most people get stuck. They think they need to do everything. They think they need to be perfect before they start. In reality, success comes from choosing one skill, developing it step by step, and giving it time. One skill, one direction, one focus. Depth matters more than breadth. When you go deep into a skill, you become reliable. When you are reliable, people trust you. When people trust you, they pay you. In 2026, experts are not born, they are built. And expertise does not mean knowing everything. It means knowing enough to help others move forward. You do not need permission to start. You do not need to be the best. You only need to be committed to improving. The future belongs to people who create value quietly, consistently, and professionally. If you want to succeed in 2026, stop chasing shortcuts. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop copying what everyone else is doing. Choose a skill that creates value, practice it regularly, apply it in the real world, and give it time to compound. That is how income is built. That is how careers grow. And that is how long-term success is created.